Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I am so pumped for today's video because this is going to be trying out some of your favorite makeup. So I am trying out some of my subscribers' favorite makeup products in this video. I've been asking on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, what are your favorites? I've been making my list. I've been buying some of the products. I've actually got some products sent to me from you guys that you wanted to see in this video. So I am just all kinds of excited to film this and see if any of your favorites turn into my favorites. I'm also doubly excited for this video because it's going to be another collab video with my friend Liv from Liv Loves Her Makeup. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked to see her video and see what her subscribers wanted to see her put in that video and just see how her look turns out. So of course, Liv's channel will be linked down below. I highly suggest you go over there and check her out. She's one of my favorite friends here on YouTube. I obviously have no makeup on my face because I'm going to be trying out some of your favorites. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so like I normally do, I am going to start off with the eyes. I am so excited to finally use this palette. Oh yeah, it's the Colourpop Yes Please palette. So this is a favorite of so many. This has been such a hard palette to get. They've been restocking it. It's been selling out like crazy. I was so shocked. I got a package from my friend Candace and she sent this one to me and I was like, no way. I opened the box and saw this. I was like, thank you so much. And I figured this would be the perfect video to try out finally the Colourpop Yes Please palette. So first I do see a matte white shade in the palette, which is fantastic. I did put eye primer on, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this shade and dust it all over my lid using the Moda Metallic Super Crease brush. So next up I'm going to take the second shade in the palette with the Morphe G24 blending brush. And I'm just going to sweep that into the crease. This looks to be like a matte orange shade. I really have no idea what eye look I'm going to do with this palette. We're just going to start playing around and see what we come up with. That shade is very pigmented, very easy to blend, but I am getting a lot of fallout on the palette. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a lot of fallout. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the red on the same brush, and I'm also going to put that one into my crease and then blend those two together. Okay, so far I've only used two shades, but I am very impressed with this palette. I can see why it's been getting so much attention. Like, not only do I love the shade selection and it's so good for fall, but even that red, very pigmented but very easy to blend. Sometimes when shadows are so pigmented, they can kind of lose their blendability, but I'm having no issues so far. Woohoo! I do want to test a shimmer shade in here. I think I'm going to grab this one from the last row. I'm going to use the Sigma E55. I'm going to start off with not getting my brush damp at all, just to see how it applies. Ooh, that's pretty. It's not quite as intense as I want it, so I am going to go ahead and spray my brush. Okay, so I just got my brush a little bit damp with a setting spray, so it kind of gives it more oomph. So once I have that shimmer down, I'm going to come in with the first brush and just make sure it is all blended together. I like to put down these initial shades first before I go on with my face because I do have some fallout around my eyes, not too much. So far so good for the Yes Please palette. Alrighty, I'm gonna switch over to the face. I am so excited to try this foundation because I hear so many good things about it. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. My friend Micki sent this to me and I knew I had to try it out in this video. She raves about this foundation so much. She does have a YouTube channel, so I will have her linked down below as well. I was so excited. She got me the shade Sand, so we will see. We will see how it works. I'm in that like weird zone right now where like I kind of still have my summer tan, but like not really. The winter ghost is about to creep up on us. I love the glass bottle too. This feels like so fancy for e.l.f. I love it. So I'm going to use my Sigma Flat Kabuki. This is the F80. This is the pink one. If you guys haven't seen yet, Sigma came out with a limited edition pink F80 brush because a portion of the proceeds from sales of this brush goes to breast cancer research. I have it linked down below. I am an affiliate with Sigma, so my discount code is Samantha. Typically you can save money on your entire Sigma order, but with this brush you can't use a discount code with it because you want the full amount donated, which I think is fantastic. If you were to order this brush and other items, you can still use the code. It would just be applied to the other items in your order, not the brush. But I wanted to make sure I mentioned that because I think that's awesome. October is almost coming to an end. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I feel like that's really important. The first thing that I noticed is that it does have quite a fragrance to it. It's almost like a, what would I even consider that to be? I don't know, almost like a floral fragrance. All right, so I have it blended out. So far, so good. I would say the coverage is medium, which is usually my favorite coverage for foundation. Like I can still see, like I have a red mark here under my eye that's always there. Like I can still see some of those. Like I can still see my skin. Basically, it's not a super full coverage foundation, but it's enough coverage that I like it and I feel like it smoothed everything out very well. It blended out very easily, very quickly. I like the shade match to me. So far, so good. I'll apply the rest of my makeup, of course, and see how we look with it, but I like the finish that it gives the skin. It's not like overly matte, but it's also not super dewy. So I like that. So that's the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, courtesy of Micki. Thank you so much. I've been so excited to try this out, and let's keep on rolling. So next up for concealer, I remember I asked this on Twitter, what's your favorite concealer? What would you want to see me use? I got a lot of like Shape Tape, Maybelline Fit Me, the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealers that I love but that I've already owned and tried out. Mel wrote in and she said the Benefit Boing concealer, so I had just jotted that down on my list, and then a few seconds later Shay from ThatGirlShae also responded to me on Twitter and said the Benefit Boing, and I was like, I love Shay. I love her channel. I'll link it down below. I love watching her videos. I think she is so much fun, and she follows me on Twitter. And like sometimes she tweets to me and I'm like, what? Every time she does, I get so excited. So when I saw her also say Benefit Boing, I was like, okay, for sure, I gotta do it. So thank you to Shay, and also thank you to Mel for letting me know that this is your favorite concealer. They did have a couple different, I don't know if I knew this, they had a couple different ones of the Boing concealer, and I chose the brightening concealer because that's what I tend to go for with my concealers. I like the brightening effect. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. I got this at Sephora. I think it was in like the $20 range. So this is what it looks like. So it's in a pot form. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put some on my brush and then apply it to my under eye because I don't like putting my fingers in makeup. So I just am using my Sephora 57 brush, and I'm just going to tap some onto my under eyes. Okay, I feel like so far so good. Can you guys tell the difference? The concealer is on this side. I feel like you can definitely see that it's brighter, and then this side, not quite so much. I like the finish that it gave. It covered up that red mark pretty well. I also like that it's brightening. I just feel like when you use a brightening concealer, it almost kind of like lifts the eye area as well. It just makes you look more awake, which I appreciate. Alrighty, so I have my concealer on and set. So far so good with the Benefit Boing. I feel like I'm looking kind of ghostly again. So we need to put some color onto our face. So I'm gonna move on to some contour and blush, and I'm so excited. My friend Tinka suggested these on Twitter, and I was like, I've been eyeing these for so long. I've wanted to do it, and Tinka, girl, you have made me make this purchase. So these are new items from Makeup Forever. They came out with these like little customizable, they have like singles, duos, trios, and they are available on the Sephora website. So I picked up this one. I wanted this one at first released, but this was the like contour bronzer shade that I wanted, and it kept selling out. It is S112, so I finally got that one. Also, when I was placing my Sephora order, this was actually a 100-point perk, and it was the blush color that I wanted to get. So I was like, oh my gosh, how well does that work out? And this is an S214. Makeup Forever has some funny names, but these will be linked down below. I was originally going to do a trio and also add a highlight, but the highlight was almost like a unanimous thing. So many people voted for the exact same highlight, so that will be coming up soon. So I was just going to do the duo because you get a bit of a discount if you purchase the full sizes with the magnetic pan. I was gonna do that, but once I saw this was a 100-point perk, I was like, well, I might as well save. It was like $20 or $25 or something like that. I was like, I'll go ahead and save it and just cash in 100 points for the blush. But I'm very excited to try these, so thank you, girl. I'm pumped. Thanks for making me finally do this and realizing that the shade was back. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this one first, and I am going to use another Moda metallic brush, and this one is the contour brush. So let's go ahead and get some color back in here. I'm these for a while. I'm pretty sure I put these in a Will I Buy It video, and I did say that I wanted to get them, but when this contour shade was sold out for so long, I was like, that's the one I'm like most excited for. So I was happy to see it back. I feel like this contour shade, I feel like it looks really, really good on my skin. It's like, it's not too overbearing of a contour shade. It's not too deep. It's not orange. It's not, it just looks great. So I'm so excited to finally have this one for Makeup Forever. So I did realize as I was going along that I didn't get a bronzer because I just asked, I can recall asking on Twitter for face palettes because I wanted something, you know, maybe with the contour or the bronzer or the blush or the highlight together. And that's why I picked out these ones from Makeup Forever, because it was the contour and the blush, but then I forgot about the bronzer. Hello, Samantha. You guys let me know what your favorite bronzers are in the description box down below, and if you want to see part 2, because I can totally do that, but that's my bad. But I did just get this from Pure Cosmetics. It's the Contour Diaries, so it has these shades in here. So I'm just gonna grab I think this middle one, which is called Passion, and use it as a bronzer. I did get this sent to me from Octoly, and I haven't tried it out yet, so it'll still be a first impression, but oh my goodness, I'm so crazy. It does have a mirror, which is really helpful. I'm gonna use another Moda metallic brush, and this is the buffer brush. So I'm just gonna grab that middle shade and just bronze up the skin real quick. I'll also leave this one linked down below. If you guys have tried this one and you really like it, let me know as well. But so silly, I can't believe that I forgot a bronzer, especially because I love bronzing. So far so good with that bronzer, and I'm still really digging that Makeup Forever contour shade as well, but that looks like a really nice bronzer. So again, I used the middle shade, which is Passion from the Pure Contour Diaries. Okay, let's go ahead and hop back over into Tinka's selection because she also suggested the blush. So again, my shade was the 214. Again, this is the 100 point perk, so that's why it looks a little bit different, but it was the shade that I had picked out for the blush that I wanted. So when I saw it was the perk, I was like, this is just meant to be. This is how I knew I was on the right track. I use my Sigma F40 for this blush. The only hard part is kind of like putting my brush in there, but we'll go ahead, we'll see how it goes. I felt like this blush looked very fall-like, which is part of the reason I was attracted to it. It's kind of like, almost like a deep mauve, I would say. Ooh, that looks pretty. I like that showing up really well. I thought I was gonna have some problems, you know, dipping my brush into it because it's the deluxe sample here, but I mean, really, I feel like I got a lot of color payoff on my cheeks. I actually might have to go in and just blend them out just a little bit because that showed up very well. Okay. All right, so most of the face is done, so I'm gonna switch back to my eyes. But first I am gonna do my brows off camera. Brows are on, so I'm going to finish off the eyes. So I'm coming back into the Yes Please palette. I think I'm actually going to mix these two colors, the red and then a deeper brown, in the second row. So I'm gonna come in with the Morphe E43, and I'm first going to pick up the red and push this really close to the lower lash line. I'm gonna come in with the Morphe M507 and pick up the shade right next to that red, and then just kind of sweep it along the lower lash line and blend it with the red. I'm gonna grab the Morphe E18 and this really pretty gold shade in the second row. And I'm going to apply that to the inner corner. Ooh, that shade looks pretty. It was between this one and the one that I did apply to the lid over which one I should apply, but ooh, I like them both. And I'm gonna grab the third shade in the palette. It's kind of a pinky shade. I'm gonna grab just a little bit on the Morphe E36 and apply that underneath the brow bone. So that's going to do it for all the shadows on my eyes. I'm really digging the way this fall look came out. I am going to pop on some lashes off camera. These were also sent to me from Candace, and her little note is still on here. It says, #1 fave, high-end lashes. So that is what we were going with. These are the Tardis Pro Lashes, and they are in the style Center of Attention. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on. Here is what they look like. I'm excited. I just tried some Tarte lashes a couple days ago. I thought it was in one of my videos. Yes, trying new holiday makeup. I tried a set from Tarte and it had a pair of lashes in there, and they actually weren't my fave, but these are different. These are Tardis Pro Lashes. The other ones were not the Pro Lashes. Like the packaging and everything just looks very different from those. So I'm excited to give these a try. So I'm gonna pop these off camera, and then we'll finish off the face and this look using your favorite makeup. Alrighty, so the lashes actually gave me some trouble, so don't mind if they look a little on the wonky side. They have such an intense curve to them, and I couldn't get them to flatten out a little bit. So my eyes don't have that intense curve that the lashes did, so it was a little bit hard to get them on, but I'll just have to kind of play around with the band a little bit as best as I can. So I feel like they're looking a little funky, but we're just gonna move on to highlight. So I thought it was so funny when I asked on Twitter for highlight suggestions. I had so many people recommending this exact same highlighter. The first couple names I wrote down: Melissa, Pisces Princess, Malo. You guys all suggested the Urban Decay Sin highlighter. It's one of the Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Highlights in the shade Sin. And then it was crazy because even more people kept commenting the Urban Decay Sin, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go with the Urban Decay Sin. I've never tried these before. Here's what the packaging looks like. It's very fancy. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, okay. So I grabbed out my Sigma F03, which is my favorite highlighting brush, and let's just go ahead and see. I feel like I have a lot of expectations for this highlight because I think the only other one that had, like, you know, multiple people suggested the same item was the Benefit Boing, but it was crazy to me how many people were suggesting Sin from Urban Decay, and woo, that is really, really pretty. Ooh, wow. And it wasn't even, you know, the Urban Decay Afterglow highlights, it was Sin. Urban Decay Sin, Urban Decay Sin. So I was like, this one I just most definitely have to grab. So thank you to everyone who suggested Urban Decay Sin. That looks amazing. And that is way, way pretty. Thank you guys for suggesting this one to me. That's gorgeous. It's almost like wet on the skin. Yeah. There we go, Urban Decay Sin. That's gorgeous. Thank you everyone who suggested this one. This was the most overwhelming voted on product for sure for this video, and that's really pretty. So I had such a tough time with lip color. I asked on Instagram what lip color you guys would like me to do, and so many of the comments that came in were products that I've already tried, some of my favorites. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was able to pick out some of products that I already have. I just haven't tried that particular shade. But then I saw this one come in, and I'd been meaning to run to the drugstore all week to pick up one of these, and I didn't get the time to do it. But then I got a sample in one of my Ulta orders, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was the lipstick I was gonna buy. So I'm going to use the sample because I didn't have enough time to run out to the store this week. But these are the L'Oreal Infallible paints. So this is what the little sample card looks like, and I'm really excited. I always ignore my samples, so I'm like, hey, this works out really well for me. And a big thank you to Emily from Instagram. She is the one who suggested this, and I've been wanting to try these. So I am gonna try Nude Star. Of course, I'm gonna try the Nude, but Nudes are my favorites. And I think that's the one I want. If I would have went to the store and bought one, I was gonna buy it in Spicy Blush, but I feel like Nude Star is really similar to it. So let's go ahead. I don't have a lip brush, so I'm gonna have to use my fingers, which I don't like putting my hands in makeup, but that's okay. That's okay. This is my punishment for not getting to the store. So there is what Nude Star looks like on me. It's a beautiful nude. I really like the shade. As I was applying it, I thought it felt very comfortable. It doesn't feel sticky at all. Yeah, it's just nice and creamy and smooth on the lips. I really do like that color. So thank you to Emily for suggesting the L'Oreal lip paints. And then after I have my lipstick on, that is going to do it for this video, trying out subscribers' favorite makeup. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look using some of your favorite products. Thank you so much to everybody who responded on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, letting me know some of your favorite products. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing me try some of them on my face. Of course, go ahead, head over to Liv's channel, watch her video as well. It will be linked down below. I can't wait to see what you guys chose for her either. If you guys would want to see me do another video like this in the future, let me know because I will gladly do that. Special thank you to Micki and Candace for sending me some of the products that I used on my face today. That was so nice of you guys. It's so helpful and I really enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go. And I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.